Hi, Jordan. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, just juggling a few things at work. We recently had a big software switch and it's been a bit hectic. How about you?
Gotcha. Yeah, man, I get that. We've been moving 1,000 miles an hour. We're a startup, so we move pretty quickly, and things are constantly changing. So, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join the call.
Yeah, no problem. I've got a tight schedule, so let's make the most of it.
Awesome. Well, yeah, Jordan. Yeah, so this call, the way it usually goes, Jordan, is this is just a quick discovery call just to make sure that we both align on use cases and that it's a good fit for the both of us. And after this, if it makes sense, then we go ahead and set up a demo call where we go over the rest of the product. So, Jordan, if you don't mind me asking, could you tell me a little bit about your team? Like, what are you guys looking for? What got you interested in AI roleplay?
Well, my team is primarily focused on sales development, and we're dealing with a
Mm.
high turnover rate and the challenges of remote work. I'm interested in solutions that can help improve productivity and reduce ramp time for the new reps. I heard about Hyperbound on LinkedIn and thought it might be worth exploring.
Gotcha. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, we're super active on LinkedIn. So you mentioned a couple things, or you said your reps were remote. How many reps are we talking?
We have a team of 53 sales development representatives, with more than half working remotely.
I see, with more than half. And where are they based out of?
They're spread out across various locations, but primarily within the United States.
Gotcha. And these reps, like, what kinds of calls are they making? Are they? I'm guessing they're most likely cold calling. Are they doing discovery or qualification calls at all, or just cold calls?
They're primarily focused on cold calling, but they also handle some discovery and qualification calls.
I see. I see. Okay, and it's all in English, I assume, right? Or are they selling in multiple languages at all?
It's all in English.
Gotcha. Well, I'm curious, Jordan. I know you said you found us on LinkedIn. Like, what kind of piqued your interest? You mentioned ramp time, so I assume some of these reps are fairly new. Is there anything else that piqued your interest about Hyperbound?
Reducing ramp time is definitely a priority, but I'm also interested in how Hyperbound might help with improving the remote rep experience and ensuring consistent performance across the team.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So that's definitely one of our biggest value props, Jordan. We are huge on training up remote teams. But let me ask you this: like, is there a particular area that you feel your reps are struggling the most on their cold calls? Like, is it usually like getting past the first 30 seconds, or is it the discovery part of it, or do you know where your reps might be struggling the most today?
It's mainly the initial engagement during the first 30 seconds of the call. They seem to struggle with capturing the prospect's interest right away.
I see. Yeah, that's the hardest part about a cold call, right? And that's the part where you got to really deliver with confidence and you establish your tone. So it's a big part of the making a successful call. Have you tried anything else? Do you have like a cold call trainer or someone like that already? And I assume you also have a script in place already.
We do have a script in place and we also have some internal training resources, but with the remote setup, it's been challenging to ensure consistent training and feedback.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, that I can imagine, especially if your reps are in multiple different locations, it can be hard to kind of align, especially if they're not in the same room listening to each other, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So Jordan, let's do this, right? It sounds like if the problem is those first 30 seconds of the call, it sounds like it's probably an issue with confidence, right? And or how tenured are these reps? Would you agree that maybe they're just and young and not as inexperienced?
Yes, many of them are relatively new and still
Hmm.
building their confidence and experience.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would potentially explain that, right? So Jordan, we've seen many of our customers in a similar scenario, And part of the reason is because the reps just haven't gotten enough at bats. And I assume that's what got you interested, right? More at bats, more practice, more confidence at the end of the day. So, Jordan, let's go ahead and set up a demo for your team of Hyperbound. And the demo, what we usually do is we like to build you a bot, and we gift you that bot so you have access to it. So, Jordan, let's go ahead and set up some time. What's a good time for you next week?
Before we set up a demo, I'm curious about how Hyperbound ensures that the reps don't just learn to game the system. I have heard that some reps can manipulate the bot to get high scores without genuinely improving. How do you address that?
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good question. At the end of the day, it's an AI, and AI is not perfect. So Jordan, like the way we handle that in our system is we have some really robust guidelines for our bots, and so it's actually extremely rare that a rep is able to game a bot. But even then, the way I like to describe this is at the end of the day, the scorecard is more important in our eyes than booking a meeting with the bot, right? Because if your rep is just trying to game the bot and they're trying to book the meeting in any way possible, that is not necessarily the goal in our eyes. Because if you're not booking it in the right way by doing the right discovery, or by having like a killer intro, it ruins the whole point. So we have customers where reps may have tried to do that in the past, but then they get a 0 on the scorecard, to no one's surprise, right? So that's the type of scenario where it just doesn't make sense to game the bot for the rep. It makes a lot more sense for the rep to actually do it the right way. And keep in mind, every call is recorded, so managers can listen to the calls, and it serves no one's purpose for your reps to be gaming the bots. So that's what I've seen, at least with our customers.
I see, that makes sense. I'd still like to see how it works in practice. If we can arrange a demo, I'd want to ensure it aligns with our needs and see how it performs over a longer period.
Of course, of course. So that's exactly what we're going to do, Jordan. So does 4 p.m., let's see, I'm looking at my calendar here. Does 4 p.m. next Tuesday work for you at all? I'm on PST time.
4 p.m. PST next Tuesday should work for me. Let's go ahead and schedule it.
Awesome. Did you want anyone else on that demo, Jordan?
I'll be attending the demo alone for now. If I feel it's necessary, I might bring in others for future discussions.
Cool. Sounds good. That works. So Jordan, all right, here you go. I just sent you the calendar invite. Could you check if you received it?
I received the invite. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan. I'll see you next week, and I'm looking forward to building that bot for you. Thank you for your time.
Great. Looking forward to it. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.